False teachers that state that a Christian can have a demon often try to use the account of Ananias and Sapphira in Acts 5. But a man named Ananias with his wife Sapphira sold a piece of property, and with his wife's knowledge, he kept back for himself some of the proceeds and brought only a part of it and laid it at the apostles' feet. But Peter said, "Ananias, why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and to keep back for yourself part of the proceeds of the land? While it remained unsold, did it not remain your own? And after it was sold, was it not at your disposal? Why is it that you have contrived this deed in your heart? You have not lied to man, but to God." When Ananias heard these words, he fell down and breathed his last, and great fear came upon all who heard it. The young men rose and wrapped him up and carried him out and buried him. False deliverance ministers dial in on verse 3. But Peter said, "Ananias, why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit?" And they try to say, well, Ananias is a Christian who was working with the apostles, and it says right here that he was possessed with a demon. This is not at all true, and it doesn't even say that Ananias was possessed. You remember in Mark 9 with the young demonized boy who would act outside of his own control and in an abnormal manner? Or perhaps Mark 5, where the man possessed by the demonic entity Legion would have abnormal strength and cry and cut himself. Demons forcibly make people operate in a contradictory manner to normal human conduct. To be possessed means to be controlled. And if someone tries to say, oh, the word in Greek for this situation is daimonizomai, and it doesn't mean possessed. No. Daimonizomai absolutely means a demon is in power and control and possesses the person. And I did a video on that also. If Ananias had been possessed by a demon, God, the Holy Spirit, would have been unjust to kill him because the demon would have been at fault, and Ananias just a pawn for the demon's conduct. In every instance like that in the Bible, like Mark 9 and Mark 5, the demon is cast out of the individual. And if Ananias had a demon, Peter would have done the same. Now, yes, we are given a new heart as Ezekiel teaches, but we also see in Jeremiah 17:9 that the heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? Jeremiah points to the human condition where we contest with or choose to sin and be about ourselves. Ezekiel speaks to our new heart, giving us the desire to serve Christ and be obedient towards Him. This is true because the fact is, sanctification is a process. We work towards living righteously through sanctification, but we are still prone to sinning. This is where Ananias and Sapphira failed. They gave into greed and temptation. And I don't think I need to tell you that there is a slew of biblical verses stating that greed is a fleshly sin. You cannot serve both God and money. Ananias and Sapphira was simply greedy. And Peter saying, "Why has Satan filled your heart?" is an indication of this, and comparable to when Jesus said to Peter himself, "Get behind me, Satan," when Peter rebuked Christ for prophesying his own death. Christ wasn't saying Peter had a demon. He was saying that he was acting in the interest of Satan's kingdom instead of God. The same is true with Ananias and Sapphira. A Christian cannot have a demon. God bless and mad love.